You are sitting on the edge of the mattress, the low, amber glow of the bedside lamp casting long shadows across the floor. Your partner is sitting just a few feet away, scrolling through their phone, giving you that polite, agreeable nod they always give when you speak. There is no yelling in this room. There is no active storm. There is only a vast, silent, heavy ocean of space between your shoulders. Why does this feel so empty? Why do they do everything right, yet you still feel completely alone? Am I just broken? Wait, read those thoughts again, but here is the truth almost nobody says out loud. Your relationship didn't get flat because you stopped caring. It got flat because your partner's niceness became a shield. You don't actually want someone who always agrees, never pushes back, and plays it safe. You are starving for a real, breathing human being, not a polished, careful script. You are not ungrateful for wanting more than a polite roommate. This is not a sign that you chose the wrong person or that you are sabotaging your own peace. Every couple who has ever tried to build real intimacy has stood in this exact quiet room. By the end of this, you will know exactly why this invisible wall keeps forming, and more importantly, how to melt it down before another night passes in silence. Let's get into it. Most couples believe that a relationship without conflict is the gold standard of love. They think that constant agreement and endless accommodation are the signs of a soulmate. But the real truth is that chronic people-pleasing is not a sign of love. It is a defense mechanism. Your partner's nervous system is constantly reading you before their conscious mind can even catch up. When someone is playing the role of the nice guy, they are hiding their true boundaries to avoid rejection. But when safety leaves a relationship, the real love goes underground. Your nervous system in a conflict is like a smoke detector. It cannot tell the difference between your partner raising their voice and actual danger, so it sounds the alarm regardless, forcing one of you to shut down and play nice just to survive. When one person hides their real self to keep the peace, the other partner's system instantly senses the emotional dishonesty. You cannot connect with a mask, no matter how beautiful or polite that mask is. And once you see this pattern, you will start noticing it everywhere in your life. Here is where it shows up first. Here is the part no one talks about. We can call this the transactional trap. Most couples slide into a default setting where one person does everything right on paper, hoping that if they are perfect enough, they will finally feel secure. They clean the kitchen, they agree with every decision, and they never raise their voice. But here is what nobody explains. Love is not a vending machine where you insert compliance and receive deep intimacy. When a partner consistently suppresses their own desires to keep you happy, their body quietly registers this as a sacrifice, building a slow, toxic reservoir of resentment beneath the surface. Picture a quiet kitchen late at night. In one version, your partner sighs, looks at the messy counter, and says with a forced, tight smile, "No, it's fine, I will clean it up, don't worry about it," while their shoulders tense and their eyes avoid yours. In the contrasting version, they look you in the eyes, laugh gently, and say, "Honestly, I am completely exhausted tonight. Let's leave them for tomorrow and just go relax together." In that second moment, your brain is quietly registering, they actually trust me enough to show me their limits. And when you drop the transaction, the invisible wall between you begins to dissolve without either of you having to say a word. But the transactional trap is only the beginning, because it leads directly to a much more dangerous habit. And this is the one most couples never figure out. This is the intimacy of friction. Most people in relationships run away from tension. They believe that a single disagreement means the entire foundation is cracking. But here is what changes everything. Real intimacy does not grow in the absence of conflict, it grows in the safety of repair. A partner who plays the nice guy avoids conflict because their nervous system views disagreement as a threat of abandonment, leaving you to carry the weight of the relationship's unspoken truths all by yourself. Imagine sitting at a restaurant table, the low hum of voices around you. You bring up a difficult topic about your future. In one scene, they immediately freeze, nod quickly, and say, "Whatever you want to do is fine with me," their fingers nervously tapping the water glass. In the contrasting scene, they take a slow breath, lean forward across the table, and say, "I am actually really scared about that, but I want us to figure it out together." In that exact moment, something deep inside you relaxes as your system whispers, "I am finally sitting across from a real partner, not a passenger." This isn't a communication hack. This is what it looks like when someone has learned to love without losing themselves in the process. That is when your partner stops feeling like a problem to manage and starts feeling like a person to come home to. But to get there, we have to look at the silent killer of chemistry. This is where it gets really interesting. Let's look at the polarized passion gap. Most couples wonder why the electric chemistry they felt in the beginning slowly evaporates, leaving them feeling more like coworkers running a household than lovers. Here is the raw reality. Attraction requires polarity, and polarity requires two distinct, separate individuals with their own opinions, desires, and boundaries. When someone constantly bends to match your shape, the healthy tension that creates desire disappears entirely, leaving only a lukewarm, comfortable friendship. Picture standing in the living room before going out. In the flat version, you ask what they want to do, and they shrug, saying, "I don't care, whatever you want," with a blank, pleasant expression. In the alive version, they take your hand, look at you with quiet confidence, and say, "I booked us a table at that new place downtown, and we are leaving in 10 minutes. Your body instantly feels the shift as your mind thinks, "They are actually choosing to lead, and I don't have to carry the mental load for once." When there is healthy space and distinct selfhood between two people, the spark of attraction has room to breathe again. Yet, this spark is constantly snuffed out by a deeper subconscious urge we all carry. Here is the truth almost no one is willing to admit. We have to address the safety versus excitement illusion. Most people believe they are searching for a peaceful, uncomplicated partner. But when they finally get one, they find themselves secretly bored, frustrated, or pulling away. Honestly, this is not because you are addicted to drama. It is because emotional distance in a relationship isn't like a wall. It's like scar tissue that forms slowly over 100 small moments that never got repaired. Your nervous system often confuses the chaotic, unpredictable high of an emotionally unavailable partner with real love, while misinterpreting the quiet stability of a healthy partner as a lack of chemistry. Think about checking your phone on a Friday afternoon. In one scenario, you receive a perfectly polite, dry text that says, "Okay, see you later," leaving you feeling safe, but strangely uninspired. In the second scenario, the text reads, "Can't stop thinking about our conversation last night. Let's finish it tonight over drinks." Your system lights up as you realize they are actively pursuing me, not just waiting around for me to direct them. When you learn to separate the nervous system buzz of anxiety from the deep, warm glow of genuine connection, your taste in partners changes forever. But that brings us to the most critical shift of all. This is the final and most powerful pattern of them all. Let's call it the birth of the integrated partner. Most couples try to fix their relationship by asking for more romance, more dates, or better communication, without ever addressing the underlying fear of being fully known. Not louder conversations, not more compromising, not scheduling a weekly check-in, but two people who actually feel safe enough to be honest with each other for the first time in years. The transition from a nice guy to the one is not about becoming mean, distant, or cold. It is about a person having the courage to integrate their shadow, speak their truth, and stand in their own strength without needing your constant approval to feel okay. Imagine a late-night conversation, the room lit only by the blue light of the TV. In the old dynamic, they apologize for bringing up their feelings, saying, "Sorry, I shouldn't have said anything, let's just go to sleep." In the integrated dynamic, they look you straight in the eyes, voice soft but steady, and say, "This is hard to say, and it might make you upset, but it's important to me that you hear how I really feel." In that quiet space, the illusion of comfort breaks, and your heart whispers, "This is the real person I have been waiting to meet all along." That is the exact moment when the nice guy dies and the one finally steps into the light. Let's go back to that quiet bedroom, the soft yellow light of the lamp pooling on the floor, the heavy silence hanging in the air. This transformation is not about memorizing a checklist of communication hacks. It is about choosing to drop the armor of people-pleasing and stepping into the raw, beautiful vulnerability of being truly known. When you invite your partner to show up with all their boundaries, their fears, and their wild, unfiltered truth, you stop managing a roommate and start loving a real human being. Real intimacy doesn't start when you find someone who never upsets you. It starts when you find someone you trust enough to fall apart with. Honestly, If this video felt like a mirror to your own relationship, I want you to do something simple today. Write down the one truth you have been holding back from your partner and tell them tonight. And if you want to understand exactly how to navigate that conversation without triggering their defenses, click on the video on your screen right now. Love is waiting for you on the other side of your courage. Let's build it.